Hi, my name is Sharia, and you're listening to a brand new episode of the Aviation Files, the best podcast for all aviation enthusiasts. Before we start today, I would just like to apologize to our regular listeners since I have been absent for some time, and I know today's episode is off the regular schedule. However, I promise that next week's episode will be on time. So, in today's episode, we will discuss Alaska Airlines' recent acquisition of Hawaiian Airlines, Munich Airport being drowned in chaos just a week ago, UK's giant panda being sent back to China, Air India's new and efficient aircraft cleaning method, and India's major step in sustainable aviation as 66 Indian airports run on green energy now. So, without further ado, let's begin. Alaska Air Group has made a significant move in the aviation industry by acquiring Hawaiian Airlines for a reported $1.9 billion. The announcement was made on localcareglobalreach.com following leaks by sources such as tweeter Ross Feinstein and airliners.net. According to Bloomberg, the deal encompasses approximately $900 million of Hawaiian Airlines' existing debt. The strategic acquisition is set to reshape the competitive landscape, particularly in the travel routes to and from Hawaii. Alaska Air Group, which manages Alaska Airlines and regional airline Horizon Air, highlighted the synergies between the two airlines in a presentation to investors. The combined entity will boast a mere 3% overlap in destinations, but will offer a remarkable threefold increase, bringing the total unique destinations to and from Hawaii to 87. This surpasses competitors such as United and significantly outpaces Delta Airlines, Southwest Airlines, and American Airlines. Ben Minicucci, CEO of Alaska Airlines, expressed enthusiasm about the deal, stating, and I quote, "This combination is an exciting next step in our collective journey to provide a better travel experience for our guests and expand options for West Coast and Hawaii travelers," end quote. One noteworthy aspect of this acquisition is Alaska Air Group's return to operating Airbus aircraft. The new fleet will include A330 and A321 models alongside Hawaiian Airlines Boeing 787s. This will result in a total fleet of 365 aircraft across the three airlines: Alaska Airlines, Horizon Air, and Hawaiian Airlines. Furthermore, the combined entity will offer an additional 2 million premium seats, encompassing both first class and business seatings, with extra legroom. Passengers of both airlines are expected to benefit from enhanced loyalty programs. According to localcareglobalreach.com, the loyalty members of Hawaiian Airlines will gain access to industry-leading benefits, including the ability to earn and redeem miles on 29 global partners, elite benefits on the full complement of One World Alliance Airlines, expanded global lounge access, and advantages from the combined program's co-branded credit card. For employees of Hawaiian Airlines, the deal brings a commitment to maintaining and growing union-represented jobs in Hawaii. Honolulu will become a hub for Alaska Air Group, supporting various roles including pilot, flight attendant, and maintenance bases, as well as airport operations and cargo throughout the state. Peter Ingram, president and CEO of Hawaiian Airlines, expressed optimism about the partnership, stating, "Together, Hawaiian Airlines and Alaska Airlines can bring our authentic brands of hospitality to more of the world while continuing to serve our valued local communities." The transaction is expected to take between 12 to 18 months to finalize. Alaska Air Group is confident that the acquisition will have no significant long-term impact on its balance sheet, anticipating single-digit earning accretion in the first 2 years. While the transaction has received approval from both boards, regulatory approvals are still pending before it becomes official. Next, let's move to Munich, Germany, where many disruptions were caused due to recent snowstorms. Munich Airport, MUC, continues to grapple with severe weather disruptions, marking another winter of suspended flight operations due to frigid and dangerous conditions. The airport had initially closed last weekend owing to a significant snowstorm, only to resume operations briefly before announcing the suspension again this Tuesday. The adverse weather conditions, characterized by heavy snowfall and freezing temperatures, have rendered aircraft movement unsafe. Munich Airport authorities are actively engaged in de-icing operating areas in the morning, with the intention of resuming air traffic around midday. However, they cautioned passengers about the likelihood of extensive flight cancellations throughout the day, urging travelers to contact their respective airlines before heading to the airport. In an official statement, Munich Airport expressed the operating areas will be de-iced in the first half of the day. The plan is to allow air traffic to resume from midday. However, it can be assumed that the majority of flights will also have to be cancelled during the rest of the day for safety reasons. This recent bout of freezing conditions has not been exclusive to Munich, as much of Europe is grappling with the winter challenges impacting flight operations. Over last weekend, Lufthansa had advised passengers to stay home, declaring a halt in flights. Although flight operations resumed on Sunday at 0600, restrictions persisted, leading to numerous cancellations. The situation remains challenging with the renewed closure on Tuesday. The United Kingdom has also felt the effects of the intense weather, with the Met Department issuing yellow warnings for snow and ice across most areas. Glasgow Airport faced its own disruptions, suspending operations on last Saturday morning, due to heavier than forecast snowfall. The winter months often bring challenges to regions experiencing heavy snowfall, exemplified by the recent conditions in Germany and the UK. Instances of flight cancellations due to severe weather have been reported in various parts of the world, including Oslo, with around 60 flight cancellations in April and over 1,000 flights canceled in the northeastern U.S. in March. Looking ahead, as heavy snow is anticipated in many parts of the U.S. in the coming weeks, airlines are getting geared up to navigate potential disruptions and ensure the best possible response to challenging winter weather conditions. The dynamic nature of such weather events underscores the need for proactive measures and effective communication between airports, airlines, and passengers. Now, just a while back, pandas were sent from Washington, D.C. back to China on board a special FedEx flight. Just a week ago, the UK sent back their giant pandas. Let's take a look at that flight. After a noteworthy 12-year residence in the United Kingdom, Yang Guang and Tian Tian, the only giant pandas in the UK, are bidding farewell as they embark on their journey back to China. Originally arriving in 2011 under a 10-year agreement between the Royal Zoology Society of Scotland, RZSS, and the China Wildlife Conservation Association, their stay was extended by 2 years due to the temporary closure of the Edinburgh Zoo amid the COVID-19 pandemic. The pandas, a highlight of the Edinburgh Zoo, gained popularity through features such as their own panda camp. The culmination of their stay in the UK was marked by an emotional departure, with the two pandas being loaded onto a China Southern freighter at Edinburgh Airport for their flight to the China Wildlife Conservation Association base in Chengdu. Michael Livingstone, the head keeper who has cared for Yang Guang and Tian Tian over the years, expressed the sentimental significance of the day. He accompanied the pandas on the flight to China and to assist them in settling into their new home. Livingston noted, "It's an emotional day for us keepers that have been fortunate enough to care for Yang Guang and Tian Tian over the years. It has been the highlight of my career to work with this amazing species, and I will definitely miss them." The specially designed crates, crafted by the zoo's blacksmith Rab Clark, will allow for constant monitoring of the pandas during their 13-hour journey. Alongside Livingstone, only 3 other passengers, a Chinese keeper, an airline official, and a veterinarian, Dr. Stephanie Mote, will share the flight. Despite the notable cargo of bamboo, carrots, apples, and other snacks for the pandas, the lack of a galley on the cargo aircraft means that the human passengers will have to prepare their own meals using a microwave during the journey. The panda's stay in the UK has not only captured the public's fascination, but has also contributed significantly to scientific research. Professor Simon Girling, head of veterinary science at the RZSS, highlighted the research on giant panda fertility, husbandry, and veterinary care that has been conducted in collaboration with the University of Edinburgh. Despite the sadness of their departure, Girling emphasized the substantial contribution made to understanding and protecting this remarkable species. Yang Guang and Tian Tian have been in quarantine since November 30th to ensure that they do not bring any diseases back to China. Upon their arrival, they will undergo a shorter quarantine before being released into the company of other animals in their sanctuary. RZSS staff plan to visit the pandas in China next year to monitor their progress and ensure their well-being in their new environment. The departure of these beloved pandas marks the end of an era in the UK's panda conservation efforts, with their legacy living on through the research and educational contributions made during their panda stays. Our last two stories today revolve around India and their major strides in eco-friendly efficiency and sustainability. First up is Air India's brand new cleaning method that saves tons of water. Air India is taking a significant stride towards environmental sustainability by implementing a revolutionary aircraft cleaning solution known as AeroWash. This cutting-edge technology, already successfully utilized by another Tata Group airline, Vistara, represents a crucial step in the airline industry's commitment to reducing its environmental footprint. Traditionally, aircraft cleaning has been a resource-intensive process, particularly in terms of water consumption. However, with the introduction of AeroWash, Air India is poised to revolutionize its cleaning procedures. The innovative device incorporates a robotic microfiber brush drum, enabling the cleaning of aircraft with minimal water usage. This forward-thinking approach is aligned with the airline's dedication to efficiency, sustainability, and staying at the forefront of the industry's best practices. One of the standout features of AeroWash is its potential to yield substantially high water savings. Depending on the size of the aircraft, Air India anticipates annual water savings of up to 75,000 liters, approximately 20,000 gallons, for a single wide-body aircraft and 30,000 liters, around 8,000 gallons, for narrow-body planes. Such water conservation not only underscores the airline's commitment to environmental responsibility, but also positions it as a trailblazer in adopting greener practices within the aviation sector. S.K. Dash, Chief Technical Officer at Air India, expressed enthusiasm for the modern cleaning system, emphasizing its role in not only maintaining the aircraft more effectively, but also contributing to a greener environment. He highlighted the company's dedication to pioneering advancements that align with the Tata Group's commitment to more sustainable business practices. AeroWash's introduction to the Indian aviation landscape is credited to Air India SATS, a leading airport service management company in collaboration with Aerotech Support Services Private Limited. The technology not only enhances environmental sustainability, but also improves operational efficiency by reducing ground time for aircraft. Additionally, its automated features require minimal human intervention, leading to potential cost savings for airlines, making your tickets cheaper. This move by Air India echoes broader initiatives within the Indian aviation sector to embrace environmentally conscious practices. The country's aviation minister, Jyotiraditya Scindia, has announced ambitious plans for over 90 airports in India to achieve carbon neutrality by 2024. Now, leading airports like Delhi and Kochi Airport in India have already set examples by incorporating electric vehicles and solar energy, respectively, to minimize their carbon footprint. The aviation industry's commitment to environmental responsibility extends beyond cleaning methods. Airlines, including Alaska Air, are exploring sustainable practices in various aspects of their operations. For instance, Alaska Air has adopted crew uniforms made from recycled polyester fabric sourced from PET bottle plastics collected from marine waste. Meanwhile, Air India has taken steps such as removing 500 milliliter plastic water bottles from economy class seat pockets on wide-body aircraft operating international flights and introducing 100% compostable waste bags. In light of the global push for green energy and sustainable practices within the aviation sector, the adoption of technologies like AeroWash by Air India showcases a concerted effort to balance operational efficiency with environmental responsibility. As the industry continues to evolve, such innovations are vital steps towards a more sustainable and eco-conscious future for air travel. Our final story for today takes a look at the sheer amount of Indian airports running on green energy. India has made remarkable strides in its commitment to fostering sustainability within the aviation sector, marking a significant step towards environmental consciousness. The Ministry of Civil Aviation has reported that a total of 66 airports across the country now exclusively rely on renewable and sustainable energy sources. This initiative aligns with Air India's broader vision of transforming its airports into eco-friendly hubs. In a recent written response to a parliamentary inquiry, Dr. V.K. Singh, the Minister of State for Civil Aviation, emphasized the noteworthy achievement shedding light on the green energy transition at these airports. Furthermore, major airports in key cities such as Delhi, Mumbai, Hyderabad, and Bengaluru have garnered a Level 4 Plus Airport Council International (ACI) accreditation, underlining their commitment to achieving carbon neutrality. To bolster these efforts, the Indian government has introduced a carbon accounting and reporting framework, directing airport operators to meticulously map their carbon emissions. This strategic approach is aimed at contributing to India's overarching goal of achieving net neutrality and reducing the carbon footprint in the aviation sector. The commitment to sustainability extends beyond the current 66 airports, as Jyotiraditya Scindia, India's civil aviation minister, outlined plans for over 90 airports to be carbon neutral by 2024. Notably, airports such as Delhi and Kochi have already attained carbon neutral status, setting a precedent for others to follow. The ambitious target aligns with the government's broader vision for India's airports to be carbon neutral, with the majority relying entirely on green energy by 2024 and striving for net zero by 2030. The Airports Authority of India (AAI) has been at the forefront of implementing sustainable practices, advocating for the reduction of energy in upcoming airports. Various airports in the country have harnessed solar power plants installed by the AAI, contributing significantly to the green energy transition. As part of the larger plan, all upcoming airports in India are slated to commence operations with a foundation built on renewable energy sources. In a pivotal move, the Indian government in December 2022 approved 21 new greenfield airports, further solidifying its commitment to sustainable aviation infrastructure. This decision reflects a forward-looking approach, ensuring that future airports not only enhance the country's overall aviation capabilities, but also commence operations with superior eco-friendly credentials compared to their predecessors. Reports suggest that the emphasis on creating eco-friendly airports might extend to future auctions, with a potential mandatory condition requiring the use of renewable energy sources. This aligns with India's broader objective of reducing emissions and achieving sustainability milestones within the aviation sector. The concerted efforts to establish carbon neutral airports underscore India's dedication to environmental stewardship and could serve as a beacon for other industries seeking to embrace sustainable practices. As the aviation industry takes a leading role in adopting green initiatives, India paves the way for a more sustainable and environmentally conscious future in the broader global context. That's all for today's episode. Do make sure to support my podcast however you can and check out my Instagram at The Aviation Files for more fun and exciting aviation updates. Until next time.